as you'll see from this is a very unusual Two Idiots broadcast. Since we're both in self-isolation, we're actually doing this over Skype. So we're actually putting some pictures up, because I do another podcast. I prefer podcasts to be audio only if you're not together. So we're doing it this way to see how it works. So you'll see this wonderful picture of a thing monster up here. So we're talking about the things. First of all, the thing came from a novella by Joseph Campbell in the 1930s in the pulp magazines. It was made into a film in the 1950s by Howard Hawks, and it was a big hit. It was a really good film. It did really well. It was an influential film. It was one of those big films that was it influenced the genre for a long time, influenced the approach to doing monster movies, because this one was, you saw some stuff, but it was all, the thing was in shadow a lot, and it was always a threat that was coming out. It was all, what we're going to do with the thing, what we're going to do with this monster. So it was a big influential film, and it was beloved by the time the remake came out. So we're going to talk about the John Carpenter version, and we're going to talk about the prequel that they made in like 2011. Mainly because I know the original thing better than James does. Is that right? I know the
the talk about the black and white one.
Yes.
Or the Capper. I've got the black and white one in DVD. I've just never watched it.
Yeah, well, that would be hard to discuss then if you haven't watched it.
It's at the back of the DVD cupboard. I know exactly where it's sitting. I've just never given to watching it.
Yeah, it's a good film. It's a really good film. But yeah, I can highly recommend it. But we're talking about the John Carpenter one and the much maligned prequel remake. Because I don't consider it a prequel. Right here and now, I do not consider it a prequel at all. There's no way what happened in that film leads into the John Carpenter film. There's just no way. But we'll get to that.
Alright.
So it's kind of funny because we're doing this audio and you can see James looking at me. And it's quite funny. If you've seen other videos, you know some of the looks he gives me. So
I'm just waiting for you to introduce me, to be honest.
Have I not introduced you?
No.
Good. I'm glad. Right, so say who you are and why you're here.
I'm James.
Who cares?
I must have lost a bet to the devil at some point.
Yep. Right.
So we start with John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes. The good one.
Yes.
The great one.
That's a fantastic film. I love it.
Yeah, I've already done a video on this on my channel already, so it's like this is me talking about it for the second time. So plus I've mentioned it a few times on my different podcasts, so it's come up a lot. The thing's come up a lot, so I'll let you start since I've already kind of covered it a bit.
Alright, well my first memory of The Thing was it coming on Channel 4 when I was wee, and I remember recording it onto video. I never bought the video, but I remember recording it on video and watching the video. Then I got the special edition DVD when the DVD came out, and I remember rewatching that to hell. So the thing I loved about The Thing is
the thing you love about The Thing.
The thing I love about The Thing.
Yeah.
The thing I love about The Thing is the mystery to it, because there's no many horror films that do mystery like The Thing.
Yeah.
Because like when you first watch the film, you're sitting there going, right, who's infected? You're sitting there trying. It's like watching a murder mystery, but it's a horror film. That's the thing that I love about The Thing. It's like a horror mystery. Plus the special effects, the practical effects are fantastic in this film.
Yeah, because it's also what's interesting is when you rewatch The Thing, you try to work out when someone got infected, where did he get infected, trying to work all that out. And you look at the shadows. It's like, oh yeah, that was obviously him. Now you know it. So yeah, this is very spoilery. If you don't care, you should have seen the film. But
every time you watch that film, doesn't matter how many times you've seen it, you always see something new.
Yeah,
that you've never picked up on, which is great. So it was but I love the bit at the beginning with the hystericals in Norwegian.
The Swedes. They don't know either because they're stupid.
So like that guy sitting screaming at them, but they don't understand him, and I think that's brilliant. And he's just sitting there, it's a fucking alien. It's an alien, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Next thing you know, he's dead, and then it all just slowly builds up. The music too is a great part of the film.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to think. Was it Norwegians? Did they call them Swedes? I cannot remember.
I think they were Norwegian, but they kept calling them Swedes.
Yeah,
or it's the other way around.
I know it's one of those things. It's mentioned so much, and they're always so confused. You're confused now.
Aye.
And the funny thing is, they score so good that by the time that happens, you know they're in trouble. You know instantly they are in trouble. There's just something wrong with this whole situation, and they try and go around about their lives, and they just don't know what's going on.
And the film also is good at making you feel isolated. There's a lot of horror films out there set in an isolated location, like say The Evil Dead set in a wee cabin, but you don't feel isolated when you're watching it. But when you're watching The Thing, you feel isolated because it's in the middle of nowhere, there's snow everywhere, it's got great music going with it.
Plus they're all grumpy, they're all bored, they hate each other, and it's like...
They've clearly been there a while before this is all kicked off.
Yeah, it's a self-isolation film, so it's perfect for this time period.
That's perfect.
Because
I watched it a couple of months ago.
Yeah, this is what people will be like now as they start to slowly go mad. As they start,
it's got to be a thin line between they're going to end up like someone from The Thing, or they're going to end up like Jack Nicholson at The Shining, and nowhere in between. It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's looking bad. It's looking like people are going to go nuts the next couple of weeks. So we recommend watching The Thing, so you know how to get paranoid and insane.
Aye, and Kurt Russell is amazing in this film. He's like the ultimate cool guy in this film. I would say it's his coolest role that he's played, other than Snake Plissken.
Yeah, well, in this one he's just grumpy and he hates everybody, but he still gets on with it. Really.
Aye, that's what makes him cool, though. He's not trying to be cool. He's just cool.
He's just trying to survive, and he's just reasonable. I mean, the thing is, one thing I like about this is the people involved in it, all the characters. None of them are geniuses. They're all as scared and as messed up as any other person you'd see in the streets. They're meant to be scientists, but they're not like uber geniuses. They're like the people that they got to go to the Antarctica are not the best people in any field. They're the kind of mediocre people that they got to go there.
They're just there to write down the numbers and that's it.
Yeah, they're not the top of the class in any way. They're either the eccentrics who went there to get peace and quiet, or they're the mediocre, and they're annoying each other and they're irritating each other. And the guy who's a captain, he's just useless. So he's always been sent there because no one can stand him.
Aye.
You know, he's not there because he's good at his job. He's there because just go there and leave us alone. It's not.
He's clearly been punished for something.
Yeah, and he's annoyed at it, and he's annoying other people about it. And he's been punished for a long time. He's been there for a while. He's been there, and it's like, you're there till you retire. You've messed up badly. You're there till you can't take it anymore. Either you're going to quit or you're going to retire or something. You're not going to get anything good after this. So all the characters are nice. You don't even have to know them. You just know that here's a cook, here's the guy who does the dogs, and other ones who are just trying to keep. One of them's a pothead who's just there and getting high at his skull the whole time.
Aye.
You know,
I wonder how much he took with him, because they must have had to take a shit ton to stay stoned well in Antarctica.
Yeah, he must have taken very few clothes and just all of that.
Aye, that's what I think. So when things start kicking off, Kurt Russell takes is it the doctor who takes with him, and they go to the Norwegian Swede base to check out what happened there, and it's messed up and it's brilliant.
I know,
you can really see they've had a bad couple of days. The place is burning down. There's dead bodies everywhere. There's burned monsters.
Yeah, I know. It's just it really gets your imagination going, which is why I don't buy the prequel as a prequel, because it's like that doesn't match up to what you're seeing here. It just doesn't match up really.
Everything inside the building matches up. It's stuff outside the building that doesn't match up.
No, it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. But the atmosphere there is amazing. It just looks so depressed and so.
It's even more isolated because there's only two of them.
And there's just these bodies and that hole where the thing was, and just it's so atmospheric. It just the way it's lit. You just get a feeling it's something. It's almost like an infection that happened there, and it's something's just wrong and something's just awful there. It's just like, you know that these guys are doomed. There's just no way they're getting out here alive.
They just grab a few files and leave the place to burn.
Yeah.
Which is what I would do as well.
Yeah, but they take the thing back. The
They
specimen.
take the two-headed thing, the merged one.
Yep. They take that back. And take it to study, and then that's when they discover that the thing's not dead. The cells aren't dead. It's still alive. It's waiting to be discovered.
I love the fact that when they come back to you, while they were away, it doesn't cut away back to the base. It stays with them the entire time, so you don't know what's happened while they were away. And when they get back, you're like, who could be infected? Who's the thing?
Yeah, because it's like, it's a plenty of time. You see those shots of the dog wandering around. It was never put in the pen, so you don't know exactly what's happened with it. And
so any other person making that film would have probably done cutaways back to foreshadow, or maybe try and trick you into thinking who's the thing, but no, they completely don't let you see what happens.
yeah, so it's your imagination. So so they bring the specimen back, and that's when they start taking it apart, and that's the first sign you're going to see some really gruesome stuff, because they're taking bits out that don't look human and just look weird. And I remember, because when I saw it in video when it was first released in video. When I was too young for it. I think I basically conned my dad into getting it out of the video shop, and then I regretted it because it was just pretty brutal. For when you're too young, that stuff will really get you.
I can't wait to think Daniel could handle that film when I watch it with him.
And then you give him nightmares for weeks.
That's why I wait till he's able to handle it.
Because I think the thing is actually scarier for me than Alien. Alien, you know what's coming, really, but I think the thing is the one where it's hard to work out what's going to happen next. Like, you know, with Alien, it's going to become a monster versus people situation eventually.
If you ignore the fact that the thing is about an alien that's pretending to be people, it's essentially just an infection movie.
Yeah. And
so it's just about your paranoia. It's like your person near you could be infected and pass it on to you.
And kill you, basically. And
which is very fitting.
Yeah. And can rip your head off. So the whole it's hard to not see the thing about the thing. It's really hard.
I know, the word thing has been said too many times.
I know, and there's an amazing weird atmosphere to the whole situation that builds and builds to that scene in the dog kennels. That's when you know you're in for something really special. I mean, it's like a third the way in, and you've had a really good build up. You know that this film is the real stuff, because the atmosphere, you know that something horrible's happened here. But when that happens, it's like, oh boy, we're in for a real treat now, because that's beautiful and scary and like very Lovecraftian, really. It feels like you're seeing beings from somewhere that you never expect to see them before. You never expect to see something like that. You expect to see something rough, but not that. That's like...
some of the designs for the creatures in this film is fantastic. And it's all practical, which I love even more.
And all this goo, and the dogs turn into these flower creatures that come at you and stuff. And they've also got the thing with the flamethrowers not working properly, which is what would happen in a bad situation. Oh yeah, the thing you need to help you get out of it is not working. That's perfect, because that's exactly what happens when you really need something to work. It never works. I think that's wonderful, is the fact that they're trying to get this damn thing to work and it's not working, and they're going mad, and it's like, what the hell is this? And you can't even see, did a bit of it get out of the room, or did it burn it all, or what happened with it?
Yeah, a bit separate goes through the ceiling, if I remember right.
But then it gets burnt. You're not quite sure it pulled off and escaped the air, or what happened with it, because no one's quite sure. And they keep it ambiguous. They don't specify what happened exactly. You know what I mean? Because you can't quite remember exactly, did all of it get escape, or did all get burnt, or did a little bit escape, or what? Or it's so brutal, and it's so dark as well, so you can fill in a lot of stuff in your head trying to work out what bit goes where, because it's just everywhere.
Aye. So by that point, you don't know who else has been infected, though, because you don't know what's
Yeah.
happened.
Yes, it's a weird situation, and it's at that point everyone just looks at each other, knowing that something bad is happening, and that's when the paranoia really kicks in. Because for a film that was criticised and released for being like basically violence porn and visual effects porn and just having tons of effects that were stomach churning. There's a lot of sequences in this film without visual effects. There's a lot of stuff in there that it's people just looking at each other and talking and getting paranoid and shooting each other and going mad. There's lots of that, and it's building up, and they don't explain everything. They just show you people slowly going mental. It's not like I think he's going mental. It's just seeing them do stuff, and
I like the scene where they're all tied to the couch and all that, and they're testing the blood. That's great.
I know, but we'll get there. We're talking about the middle sections now. The bit where Blair starts to work it all out. Like, okay, if this thing spreads,
he goes mental before everybody else.
well, yeah, no wonder, because he works out what the problem is, and it's like, oh boy, this is not good. So he just does what someone would do, would just go insane.
Aye.
Just goes completely nuts and starts destroying everything and just making sure no one can escape, which is just wonderful. And
As you do.
yeah, and all that kind of thing, but they're trying to stop him. They're so clumsy at it. It's just great to watch because they're just so clumsy and useless.
Aye.
The only person, Kurt Russell's the only person, or David Keith, really. They're the only two. Or, yeah, David Keith.
No, Keith David.
Keith David.
That's it.
Yeah, it's Keith David. Yeah,
David.
there's two of them with it's so annoying.
I know.
And they're the only two competent people there. The rest are just useless and get knocked about and are hilariously awkward and again just like normal people would be. You're just like, I'm not good at this. Don't give me that act. I'll mess it up. Everyone thinks they'd be good in the situation, but actually, there's a good chance they wouldn't be. They would just be hopeless.
Aye.
And this is all these characters are absolutely hopeless. And then we get to one of the other big scenes with the severed head, which is the head comes off the guy getting cardiac arrest.
And he sprouts legs.
Yeah, the doctors try to bring him back to life, and the thing goes through the chest, cuts in. That is the most brutal thing you see. Okay, James is now infected, so this will be one idiot soon.
Aye, probably. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So you see, yeah, I sent an email message to everybody. So if I die and they don't, I'm going to haunt them.
You said that to me.
Yeah.
If you die first, I'm just ransacking your Blu-ray collection.
Nah, it's all going to my nephew.
I'll ransack it.
No, the doors will be locked.
I'll take it down.
You're not fit enough to take anything down.
My pal's got a chainsaw. I can borrow it.
No. So Lucas was there already waiting for you, and he can beat you up quite easily.
Probably, but I'll have a chainsaw.
and you'd lose that chainsaw quickly to a little boy.
That doesn't sound right.
I know, but he'd get it off you pretty quickly, and you'd lose legs.
Aye.
Pretty much. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. So now James is back to normal.
Aye.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Wee bit.
he's making signals to me. That's a childish.
Just because I know I'm not going to be seen on camera, I'm just taking the piss.
Yes. Yeah, so we've got the sequence now where so we'll have the bit of the head and the head running away in the spider legs. That's still amazing, and at least one of the best lines of the film. Well, one of the characters is like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me," and he's already the thing at that point. If you actually follow it, he's a thing already, so the thing has a sense of humour. At that
It
point,
does,
yep. So
which is funny.
yep. And there's sort of some wonderful stuff there, and then the paranoia of them trying to burn everything, and they're slowly, whatever they try and burn is still alive and still infecting people, and everything they try is going wrong, and they end up.
Aye.
The thing tries to set up McCready as a thing. You know.
I love the fact that when they're burning everything, they're using actual flamethrowers. You want to get away with films in that these days.
I know they're just
Not be
burning.
CG.
I know, but it's just like brutally dangerous stuff they're doing in this film the whole way through. I think the health and safety person would have a heart attack.
I don't think there was a health and safety person, to be honest.
No, I don't think there was. I think
It's fantastic.
Yeah, no. But yeah, the burning stuff, no matter what they do, they're still losing people left, right, and centre to this thing. It is like an infection. It's always, no matter what plan they've got, it just goes wrong.
And the two most competent people don't trust each other.
Yeah. And everyone else is taking sides, and everyone else is paranoid, and the guy who's supposedly in charge is absolutely useless, and all the blood's been destroyed, so they can't test anyone's blood, and it's just a clusterfuck basically. They're under lots of pressure, and McCready is set up as the thing, even though he's not. But he comes up with the idea of the scene you wanted to talk about before, with the test, the infamous test scene, which is wonderfully nuts. When they're all tied up and they're testing the blood by having the flamethrower burn a bit of wire, and it goes into the blood, and it tells you whether someone's a thing or not. And that's a wonderfully tense sequence because they go through so many people before we get to the thing. There's so many people who are proven not to be the thing. And then when it
does come out, there's still a guy tied to the chair beside it.
Yeah, and it's I haven't planned it all the way through. And also, when some people who are proven not to be a thing, as soon as the thing comes out, he kills them anyway. So it's like
It's their luck, man.
Yeah, I mean McCready's smart-ish, but he doesn't think everything through.
No.
So he's still pretty flawed. I mean, he's still pretty much a screw up. And it's hilarious, but scary as hell and really weird. It's just like every idea they have just goes wrong. It's sort of like every idea we've got for this coronavirus is now proven wrong in some way.
Aye.
We're going to end up screwing up in various ways. Like all these bloody stupid people going to the beach.
Aye.
It's like, what the hell are you doing? So, at that point, they decided to go on a suicide mission because they know they're not going to survive, so they decided to blow up the whole thing. Are you trying to show I see more of you or something?
No, the thing was slowly moving away from me, and I don't know why, so I was pulling it closer.
Why, you want to be infected?
No, my phone, I didn't want to drag the wire out.
Yeah, I know, but you said the thing is going away from me. I want to pull it closer.
Oh, no. I'm in the camera.
Yeah. So they blew everything up, and that's when they found out Blair's the Uber thing. Blair's turned into the Uber thing, trying to build a spaceship to get away.
Aye.
And that's
which I always thought was that's probably the weakest part of the film for me, is like, where did they get all the parts? I know you got the parts for the helicopters and all that, but there's no way that'd make a wee spaceship in that amount of time.
I don't think he was going into space. I think he was going into just civilized areas.
Aye.
To hit a civilized area.
I suppose that makes more sense.
Yeah, and he could slowly travel to civilization and get lots of food.
Spread through there.
Yep. So he's so that's a one, but that leads to another Kurt Russell bit where he throws the bomb onto the alien and fuck you too. See, that's wonderful. It's really a beautiful sequence.
Like I said, he's cool. He's just cool no matter what he does in that film.
Yeah. And what's interesting, there's so many cool scenes in that film. When you're watching it, I mean, even when I first saw it, the actual depressing nature of it really got to me and really freaked me out. When you rewatch it, it's so well done, so scary.
It's a great film to watch. No.
What?
A great film to watch in the winter when it's
Yes.
cold.
And it's dark, and you turn all the lights out, and you watch all the atmosphere. But we get to one of the most infamous scenes as well at the end. The end with a great scene where basically Child and McFeedy are just sitting there watching each other. and no
And
one,
the camera just pans away.
and I'm not quite sure who's the thing and who's not. And it's what a wonderful ballsy way to end a film. And apparently it's pretty controversial because they weren't very happy with that ending because it was ambiguous. They didn't.
Well, I know who the thing is anyway.
You?
Yeah, I do. No, I know who it is. John Carpenter helped write the computer game called The Thing that came out on PS2, so it's a sequel to it. So you find out which one of them was infected.
Yeah, but it doesn't count. No.
It's canon. John Carpenter helped write it.
I'd rather just not know. It's better not knowing.
You know what I know? You know what I know?
Well, say what you think it is.
Well, it's Keith David that's infected.
Well, that's the obvious thing.
Yeah.
But there's another comic book where Kurt Russell's infected.
Ah.
So there's a... It could go either way. I'd rather not know. I'd rather just...
The game's great. If you ever get a chance to play it, try it.
Yeah. I've got it on PC, but I haven't... Can't remember where I put it. But but yeah, it's a wonderful film and really atmospheric and just so good.
Mm-hmm. So now we're moving on to the prequel, also called The Thing.
Yeah.
Which I always loved the fact that like the first one's called The Thing, the prequel's called The Thing, and the technical sequel follow-up for the computer game's called The Thing.
Oh.
So it's The Thing, The Thing, The Thing.
No, it's not. Technically, the first one's called The Thing from Another World.
I'm talking about the Carpenter series though.
Idiot.
You're an idiot.
Alright. So, I rewatched this a couple of days ago after I hadn't seen it since it was released, like years and years ago. And my opinion of it is pretty much the same as it was when I first saw it. It was like, it's okay. A lot of Carpenter fans hated it, and a lot of critics didn't like it at all. I think you like it better than me. So
I enjoy it, but the thing that I don't like is that the overuse of CG. Because apparently, if you read up on the film, most of it was done practically, but then the studio says, right, cover it with CG. So all the practical effects were just kind of ruined by crappy CG. But another thing I don't like is like basically the story is they find the spaceship, like you found out the Norwegians or Swedes or Norwegians did, and they bring in a couple of Americans to come and help study it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're all having to listen to subtitles for the whole film, which I think would have been better if it was a full subtitled film.
Yeah, that would never happen.
We've got what? Maybe Elizabeth Winstead, is that her name?
Yep.
And what's his name? Can never remember his name. He played Lloyd in the Dumb and Dumber prequel. Anyway, I like him as an actor, so they brought in.
Yeah, and there's Owen Edgerton, who was one of the pilot and McCready character, basically in this film.
They're brought in. The rest of the teams in the regions are Swedes, and basically they excavate the thing. They're all happy. They've got the thing sitting in the garage in a big block of ice. But then one of the guys like, we need a sample for it, let's dig into it.
Yeah.
Which I think kind of makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't. It's like, you could have waited, son, you could have waited. And because they've cracked that ice and they've exposed some oxygen to the thing inside, it kind of wakes it up, doesn't it? And it just goes mental and bursts out the ice and through the ceiling, like we see in the original.
No, you didn't see it in the original, that was...
But you see that there was a thing exploded out some ice. And
no, it's not. It doesn't know. That's one of the big problems. Is like it's just a big bit of ice, and you never know what happened there before. That's the thing. That's a mystery. And now they have this explosion of it jumps out of the ice, which looks terrible, which looks absolutely awful in this film. And it's like that's not what happened to this thing in the original film. There's no way. This is ridiculous. And that's one of my big bugbears. It's like nope. That's instantly means it's not a prequel because it's like. There's no way that ice would have actually have stood. If it blew out that ice, there's no way it would have the four things keeping together. There's no way.
Oh, it's just a bit of ice.
It's terrible though. It sounds like awful.
Everything else in the base is brilliant because they studied the original film to get the layout. And whenever, like in the original film, you see an axe on a wall, that axe ends up in the exact same spot in the wall in this film.
I know, but what happens to get them there is stupid usually. And there's
Just everybody panicking.
yeah, there's not much tension in this film at all. I mean, first third is boring because you're doing so much setup, but there's no characters. Like, all the characters are kind of boring, and there are good actors playing them. They're all trying their best to make these characters interesting. It's not like people phoning it in, but they don't really have much to do. Like, you knew who these guys were in the original instantly, and in this film, they're just like these Hollywood types. It's shot in a certain way. You brought the Americans in, which doesn't quite work. The first scene they're all in, they first introduced Mary Elizabeth Winstead, her character, when they go and get her. That looks like a reshoot because they're trying to make her look tough and stuff, and then when you see in the rest of the film, she's a lot quieter for most of it, and it's almost like they shot that just to try and make the character jump out more, and it just makes the character confusing.
Aye.
And the Owen Edgerton character, or whatever you call his, I can't remember if that's his name. Or he plays Uncle Owen in Star Wars. That's it. It's something Edgerton. I can't remember his name. But he's trying his best. He's a good actor, and he's getting nowhere because they're giving him like a cut price Kurt Russell stuff, and it's not working. And I like the Swedes or the Norwegians better than I like the Americans because at least they're eccentric and they don't care. And the lead scientist guy is a good actor, and he looks a bit like the scientist guy from the original thing, the 1950s thing, which was a nice touch. But they spend first third is pretty dull because the first third is getting stuff out, and they don't really add any tension to it until the thing escapes. And then there's lots of blood and gore, and they're trying all these things to make you scared, but a lot of time it's just gory rather than disturbing. In the original film, it's disturbing, and this film is just gory. It's just not the same level.
And crappy CG.
Yeah, I mean, bad CG doesn't help. Plus, the thing we mentioned before, no, the John Carpenter one. Are you okay?
And my nose just hurts.
All right. Well, no, we're talking about the original, the John Carpenter one where they're rubbish at stuff and they're awkward and they do everything wrong. And that's when they're jumping over things and the things going really fast because it's CG. And you don't get a feeling of physicality or tension or scares because all the characters are suddenly starting to action men between the paranoia scenes. So every time there's an action scene, they're acting like action heroes, and it's like, well, that's not scary.
I think the only person that reacts realistically is the guy for Dumb and Dumber prequel, like, because he's like just crapping himself the entire time.
He's a wuss. He's.
I bet.
Yeah, I know.
You try to tell me you wouldn't react the exact same.
I know what you mean, though. He's a total wuss.
Aye.
And I like the Mary Elizabeth Winstead character underplays a lot of stuff. She doesn't overdo it either. She's a bit quiet and trying to work it out. But then she becomes an action heroine at the end. For the first two thirds, she's one of the more realistic characters. She doesn't have much to do. It's interesting, but she's trying, and she tones it down so that you've got a human character in the centre. And then they suddenly have her doing all this running around and shooting stuff and burning stuff, and it's like, that's not really the character you've set up.
They were just trying to make a new Ripley.
Yeah, and it doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
But it's not hateful because it's not a bad film, it's just a mediocre film. It's okay. They're trying to make it a thing, but it's not quite working.
Whenever I watch the thing, I always watch this one first to lead up to it.
No way, you idiot. You're a moron.
No, but I'm getting double the thing.
I know, but it's not a prequel though. It doesn't match up at all.
I don't think, but especially the spaceship. The spaceship doesn't match up in the slightest.
Well, I think the spaceship idea was at the end of this film, the engines go on, that burns the ice above it, and it makes it look like what it was when the spaceship was found. But it's just too modern looking, and it looks like it's a brand new ship, and that doesn't work what you saw in the original. And the whole idea of her surviving, it's like, she'd be dead.
Oh, she will die. She drove into an area and died.
I know, but they don't have the guts to actually kill. They say she's going to go to the Russian thing miles away, and it's like, you don't have the guts to let her die. And it's like, and that is more depressing than the original ending, because it's like, the original ending's so scary, and this ending's just a big blah. It's just nothing. It's just they try and blow stuff up. So
See, there is one bit that had so much potential to be really cool looking, but because they relied so much on CG, it fucked up. So when that guy for Dumb and Dumber, he's the two-headed thing that they find in the original.
I know.
And the way they do it, it looks cool, but the CG ruins it. Because that guy's acting during that all going to happen is brilliant.
Yeah, no, but I mean, because it's moving too fast and it doesn't look naturally weird. And it just looks wrong. It doesn't look like it's a creature, it just looks like a CGI thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no physicality to it. And they're jumping around a lot, and it's like, again, there's no real like, physical reaction. It's scary. It's just things
They should have stuck to the original practical stuff that they'd set up.
Yeah, because it just does not work. It's just... It always goes... I mean, it doesn't have a great script. And there's a thing... The new way of figuring out what the thing is if you have a filling and they fall out, the thing can't absorb or something unnatural.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense to me. I just think, nah. The thing
well, it does.
It makes sense-ish, but it doesn't really work as a threat to the thing. It just works as a plot device, but it's not really satisfying. Not the same way.
I like that in this film because it makes sense, because that's how they discovered who the thing is in this one. Because it would have been a bit crap if they came up with the exact same method of discovering who the thing was as the original. They needed their own individual way of...
I know, but it wasn't very satisfying though to me. I just thought it was pretty dull. Like, look at people's teeth. It's not the same league as they tie people down and... When they're tied down or doing the blood test, it's scary. Yeah. And this one, it's just open your mouth and it's like, it's not scary. It's just doesn't have the same satisfaction. The paranoia is just not there. It's just not there at all because the CGI effects are over the top.
Oh, there's no tension in this film and there's no suspense. But as an action horror film, you can just sit back, turn your brain off, and watch it. That's how I treat it.
What, like Deep Rising?
Nah, better than that.
No, I prefer Deep Rising.
Nah,
at least it knows it's stupid.
I prefer this over Deep Rising.
Yeah, but we can both agree it's not a patch in the John Carpenter one.
Oh, it's never going to be. Nothing will be.
Yeah.
That is a true classic.
Yeah. This one's an acceptable remake for me. It's not a good remake, but it's an acceptable one. It's just when you say, oh, it's in canon with the thing, it's like, no, it's not. It's just not. There's no way. To me,
comes in the box set.
Nah, to me, it's no way in hell was it in the same timeline as the thing. It just... Nope.
Yep.
This is no way.
Right. So it's basically just the thing, but a different base. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's just another remake, an outright remake, and it would have been fine. A lot better. You could have just dismissed it.
I'm just shifting, don't worry.
Yeah. I'm seeing way too much.
I was just moving. I was getting uncomfy in the way I was lying.
Yep. So what's your conclusions then?
Well, the original thing is perfect. I recommend it to anybody that's never seen it. And if you've not seen it in a while, watch it again. Especially in these isolated times, you might enjoy it a bit more, or maybe a bit too close to home.
Yeah, but there's a really good Arrow release of it just now where you get a lot of new extras, and they've done a 4K remaster of it. So that's a really good one.
I've just got the basic Blu-ray, I think. The two movie box set.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. It's just that the Arrow one's been remastered and it just looks better. There's more detail. I think it's me who made that noise, not you.
You're making all kinds of noises, you're old.
No, it's not me.
It's probably me moving a bit.
Alright.
That better?
Yeah, that's better. So, watch the original. There's a really good documentary on the Blu-rays and the DVDs about the making of the thing. There's a good commentary. There's some decent stuff on the remake prequel Blu-ray as well, which is not bad. It looks pretty good visually. It's a good transfer, so it's worth seeing if you feel like watching it. But don't get your hopes up, It's enjoyable, but it's not great.
If you love the original thing, Carpenter one, and you just want to see a bit more, even if it's not as good, just watch it.
Yeah. It's like Ghostbusters 2 Ghostbusters.
Aye.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go or something.
Well,
So,
Ghostbusters 2 isn't as good as Ghostbusters 1.
I know, but
Everyone
I actually think that that's better than this one. The Thing prequel. I think there's less of a come down quality from that to in the Thing one.
Yeah.
You know. And we'll stop there. We're going to do another one. We're going to do something we'll see soon as well today. So we're doing we're recording a double thing today. So we're back soon with another one. Yep. Right. Bye for now.
Have a good one.